that sorted. I won't have as many issues. Just straighten my hat a bit, look a little bit more presentable. So I can see myself on screen now beside you.
Oh, you look good, man. You look good.
That's okay. But I don't look like a redneck today.
Well,
Because
that's funny you say that because that brought a question to my mind immediately.
exactly,
Now
and that's
you're obviously in Australia, right?
I am.
Yeah. Um, is redneck there the same as it is here?
We have rednecks exactly the same, but they call them bogans.
Bogans.
The
Oh,
referring name, the coin is bogan.
I'll be damned. So uh, but you still refer you're when you say redneck, you're still referring to as a redneck as we would understand it, right?
Exactly, they dress the same.
Yeah.
Bogans dress and talk the same all over the world. In fact, I'll give you an example. The concept of the show that we're trying to create, a friend of mine, which is Farmer JT, and I are teaming up because there's a lot of work involved. Like Ken Heron, if you're familiar with Ken Heron, the droning show,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be along the similar lines to that, but it's going to be a combination of that because we're both droners. We're
Uh-huh.
both rednecks because I'm a redneck too, but I like living by the river as well. So hence my summer gear. And because it's a comedy channel,
Uh-huh.
it's going to be family-friendly comedy with a difference.
Oh, cool.
So
Very
what we're doing is we're poking fun at the redneck, but poking fun of the little bit of redneck that's all inside us. We all have a little redneck inside us. So real rednecks won't be offended. And it all comes down to education.
Oh yeah.
And I've got a few quickly. I can just talk about this, and then I can talk about a bit more later on the other show if we're coming to the end.
Sure. No, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. If you've just got 5 minutes, I've got a little short list because I put some notes, just some quick footnotes on how to get your channel to grow.
Oh,
So
okay.
it all comes to smoke and mirrors. When you're presenting a channel, doesn't matter if it's Hollywood or if it's a TV channel or a radio station,
Uh-huh.
where it's all smoke and mirrors. In our channel, because we do podcasts, we do skits, we do parodies, we do high tech for the redneck reviews.
Uh-huh.
So that's the interesting concept. It will be reviews for rednecks. So the concept of that is it's reviews that makes technical problems easier to understand for the basic viewer or the basic creator.
Uh-huh.
And the tech guy in this process is Farmer JT. He is a whiz with the computer. He's 12 years of age. I'm 48. He's 12. And how it come about that I go into a lot of different streams. And he was on EU in his first week, and he was talking about getting a drone. And myself being a droner and being involved quite heavily into drones because that's how I got into YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Studied droning before I was even a creator.
Hmm.
So I just watched everything, and that's how I've learned how to do YouTube so fast because I've done my apprenticeship. The trick is to have your apprenticeship. The reason is if you're trying to fumble over trying to do YouTube, you're going to have enough technical hitches, even if you're a pro. As you've seen yourself, how many technical hitches you have, and you're probably far more experienced than I am. And I have a problem because I've had a stroke recently, and
I'm
I was
sorry to
in
hear
a
that.
coma. So I'm actually experiencing with my eyes to navigate the computer.
Uh-huh.
So that's the hitch that I have. But we all have our hitches. So the trick is you source other outsourcing, like hence Farmer,
Uh-huh.
with Farmer for short, or JT.
Uh-huh.
And how it come about, he wanted a drone, and what was the best drone? I happened to come on his stream. and no other droners were coming into his stream, so I was the perfect person to give him some advice. So if you're familiar with drones, guys, I said to get a really good basic platform, easy to fly, doesn't crash, get a Phantom free. It's inexpensive, get it refurbished or a second-hand one. So he picked something up so he could afford, and he got into droning. Plus, he does videos on his farm. He does his actual working farm that he does himself with his mother and father and his grandfather. So he's got all these videos. So I've taught him how to do the video editing, but he's actually done the editing, but I've just explained how to do it. How to do dots, no longer than 11 seconds, break it all up. You've got to have your beginning, middle, and end. That's the whole rule of thumb when doing editing and doing movie making. You've got to have a start, middle, and end. So the person can follow it along, so they'll keep connected with you.
Yeah, tell a story.
Connect the person within 2.5 minutes. That's why YouTube has based this parameter that we must watch channels for at least 2.5 minutes. The reason that is because that's the viewing time that they actually register whether you're actually connecting with the people, because they want 2.5 minutes to register so they can make money, and that plus the ad is important. Watch the ad at the start of each video. It gives you 2 cents per ad every time you view. So if you click out and go back in, click out, go back in, watch the ad. If you did that on your own channel, from say even another channel, you're going to get 2 cents every ad once you're monetized. You've got to be monetized. That's beside everything else. There's so many other facets in YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll just quickly go for a list so I don't have to ramble on, because I will.
No, by all means, go through a list. We want to hear it, for sure.
Right. The first thing to do to grow your channel is first you have to have your apprenticeship, and that is watch every different content of every way that people do their own presentation. So you can learn how they do it, and you've got to educate yourself by how they want to be respected by.
To be clear, you're calling that the apprenticeship.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
You've got to respect the host. You enter the host and you say, "Hi, Roger," if his name's Roger. And then you say, "Hi, guys." So you present yourself to the host. You present yourself to the audience. The audience is the subscribers within the chat.
Right.
Because the host's way is the highway. If you don't obey the host, because they're all different, at the end of the day, it's a two-way street, right? You've got to respect the host, and the host has got to respect you.
Absolutely.
They've got to identify that you're there, because they'll keep coming back. Right. So, and the whole big picture is longevity. Longevity is what will make your channel grow, and that's a whole level of facets there. So I won't go into detail. You'll have to watch my video.
Sure. That we will, I'm sure.
Resilience is the goal. It's the key, sorry. Resilience is the biggest thing. Is some people just get too lazy even to click subscribe.
Yeah.
Too lazy to hit like. They're too lazy to leave a comment. They're too lazy to go down for 2.5 minutes of your video. Do all those things to connect. If you don't, with this purge system, and it's not even the purge now, it's this other thing called the acronym, it's APES, right? There's a whole things going on there, which was on Mitt and Dad's live stream. So you'll have to get connected with Mitt and Dad, right?
Yep.
He had a live stream that was discussing the new acronym that's related to YouTube. Because there's inside people that have parties with these YouTubers, because they're people like you and me that are up in the board and work in headquarters of YouTube, and some people leak stuff out while they're having a few drinks. So all this information is exposed to us small YouTubers sometimes. So persistence, you've got to be persistent. You've got to put in hard work. If you don't, I worked 4 days straight with probably 4 hours sleep. a couple of days ago when I was starting to get my milestone of 300 subscribers in 3 days.
Uh-huh.
That was my milestone. What I did was I got an old channel which was I Love My Blow Up Drone. That was just a hangout channel.
Okay.
So what I did was instead of starting from fresh, I had a couple of subscribers, I will admit that, already on that channel.
Uh-huh.
So I had a few teething problems of changing that over with the name, logo. We're currently putting up a banner, which will be a really smart banner.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to get all the bells and whistles. It's going to be Aussies versus Australian rednecks, and that's the concept at the moment. And it is going to grow big because I've had a lot of people wanting to, like the Canadians, to say, "What about us? We're rednecks too." And then we got the New Zealanders, and we said they're rednecks as well. And so now we've got the English. And I said, I didn't know we had UK people that are rednecks. He says, yeah, we're a little bit of redneck inside us because all we were going to do is get the rest of the world to support them. That's sort of just a bit of a touch on what the channel's about.
Sure.
Because it's not actually looking at true rednecks. It's rednecks that will dress up and they want to become part of a redneck. So they can have a family that are not rednecks. I'll give you an example. I've actually contacted Mitt and Dad personally and said, get your family, dress up as a redneck, put in your photo, have a bit of fun. You can even do a video and you can even pimp up your car like a redneck. I've asked Janet Pickenry to pimp her car up as a redneck vehicle and dress up as rednecks because all the big channels, when I say big channels, I'm talking about not subscriber channels. I'm talking the ones that will communicate. Because that's what we want.
Yeah.
We want channels that will get your message out there. So I was actually doing it the hard way. I was going down my subscriber list on my main channel, the Manic Magic channel, while I was on the Redneck channel. And I was going down all my subscriber lists and going to every person. And going on there, leaving a comment, saying while I was doing that, I was connecting with them. Then I was saying my new channel is this channel, and it's family friend comedy with a difference. So that was my plug.
Sure.
To go further, they've got to go on the About page, which will sell it.
Yeah.
Right? And those who are experienced, and these are all my experienced subscribers, because I've educated them along the way.
Now, were you leaving comments on their videos or on their channel itself?
Yes.
Channel?
So, no, on the channel of their video.
Right, okay.
So they're actually getting connection.
Yeah.
Like YouTube wants.
Yep.
And you're allowed to do that because you're not going sub for sub. You're advertising it.
Right.
You're allowed to do that under the rules. You're allowed to, on a third party, allowed to promote your channel. But you're not going to go sub for sub. And then I'll get to that very quickly.
Sure.
Study your opposition. Look at the channels that are going up against you. I typed in, first of all, you go up there, Redneck channel. I've spelled it in capitals. The reason is no one else has got it in capitals. And these other Redneck channels have got like 2 or 3 subscribers. The highest one is 21. Dead channels.
Yeah.
As my algorithm goes up and my connection goes up, YouTube will put me in a ranking higher. And this is why it's hard to get me at the moment and hard to get my link. Because it's all going through the teething issues. Solving that. And that's all part of growing. And we have these things. So quickly, we're going to do that. They're sharing and growing. Sharing is growing. The more you share, the more they're going to share back, and the more that this big family can grow. See, everyone else has got communities like the droning community, the fishing community, the hunting community. With this Redneck channel, what we're trying to do is the smart way, is to grow a community that covers all of them. Because it will involve a huge community. This could go viral, and I can predict this. Because everyone's got a little piece. You've got to get that niche. And once you get that niche on YouTube, that's when it will go viral. Because our opposition, there is one channel that's overseas. I won't mention where, because I want to protect that. It's already got 14 million subscribers.
Wow.
And on their last video they posted, already got 5.5 billion views.
Wow.
And that's from an overseas redneck channel.
Uh-huh.
Of
Uh-huh.
different global, speak a different language.
Yeah.
But the rednecks all over the world are exactly the same. And we clicked on that channel, Farmer and I, when we're doing our research, and they look identical to us.
I'll be damned.
Right. So that's just a little piece of what to do. Always stream 24 hours or do post a video within 24 hours or more. Never before 24 hours.
Wait. Start that over.
All right, start it over. You've got to post a video or a stream minimum of 24 hours. Sorry, how would I put it?
Are you talking about setting up an event for a live stream 24 hours ahead of time?
No.
No?
What I'm trying to explain is don't post a stream or a video any more than 24 hours. So don't do any more than one video per 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
Because what happens if you do 3 live streams, and some do, will kill the next video.
Yeah.
What you want to try to do is 2 things. Is get opportunity for those who've missed your stream. Once you've educated your audience, which is just the subscribers, once you've educated them, they know if they've missed you, they may poke their head in and watch a bit of the live stream or the videos.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've got busy lives too. They've got work, they've got home commitments.
Yeah.
They've got all sorts of commitments, as we all do.
Mm-hmm.
So you always give them an opportunity of 24 hours to get back to you, at least.
Yeah, which is precisely why I decided to choose a specific time, every weekday. Mm-hmm.
Which I will do eventually, but all my videos are sporadic. The reason is all I wanted to do is get content.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In the last 5 weeks is the only time I've had content. The first 4 months of my time on YouTube, I've been on YouTube for a while, but all I was watching talent shows and videos on droning.
Mm-hmm.
But actually setting up my channel is only 6 months old. I only posted videos a month ago. And I already had 1,000 subscribers in 4 months.
Wow. That's remarkable. That's a lot of work you put into that.
I'm currently now at nearly 1,400 subscribers in 6 months. My second channel has grown on the back of the first channel. Mm-hmm. So it's still enough hard work, but I've learned all my lessons.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? Now, so I've got that clear. I didn't quite explain it, but you understand it now, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Right. Now, and you've got to, as you go along, you've got to learn different techniques of editing. You've got to get you smarten up your game. You've got to get better as you go along. So you've got to then choose better editing software or whatever. You may have to do that. Mm-hmm. So many people have just used their phone, and you can tell. Your phone is good if you do it fairly well, but it's very grainy, and you've got to get good appearance. At the moment, I'll get better streaming as my bandwidth will improve.
Yeah.
As I get a better computer, and then it can, because that's another technical issue. It's getting upload and download of the internet speed entering into your system. Mm-hmm. Once the processor can cope with that, it all involves speed. It's a whole realm of issues, a whole realm of things that I'm very familiar with now. Mm-hmm. In fact, I had a chat for 2 hours with a computer tech guy, and I was actually echoing what he was telling me.
Okay.
So it was very good that I've actually learned and I could echo what he was actually telling me. So it means that we're on the right page. Very important. It'll hopefully sort out those issues.
Yeah.
So then, but always start with the basics. So all my videos are raw. They're just straight onto the internet, straight onto YouTube editing system. Uh-huh. The problem I had with some of them is the volume you can't turn down in relation to your narrating.
Right.
So it's very bad. But once you get a better editing software, you'll be able to sort that out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. go into further with our redneck tech talk, which is high tech for the redneck, which is our
High tech
episode.
for the redneck. I love that.
What we're going to do, because we're going to do a live stream special per month on our channel,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're going to do tech reviews, parodies, and little skits, and a whole heap of realms of things that we're not going to tell about. They're all secrets. That we'll put out videos
Mm-hmm.
to reminder videos, and do a couple of little scenes and shots as grabs, not as clickbait. I don't do clickbait.
That's good. That's good.
There is nothing wrong with grabs. You must have a grab.
Oh, you've got to have a grab. That's yep.
Good thumbnails is very, very important.
Good thumbnails, good titles. Absolutely.
They said that when I was studying it, that your eyes is the soul of your thumbnails. But one of my biggest hits I had was similar to the one you had, was with your hands over your face. But on that one,
Uh-huh.
because what they did say or state in the recommendations was the mystery of it.
Yeah.
The mystery of what's behind the face.
Yep.
And because I've been heavily into marketing, and I have had my apprenticeship with actual movie making, which we'll go to in my videos later,
Uh-huh.
where my experience is in movie making, and I mean experience with the best movie makers in South Australia where I live. So I've actually had contact with Russell Crowe, and even had drinks with him when I was the bar manager there. So, and he was actually sleeping in the caravan in the car park of our club. So he was there for a week while they were doing the movie Heaven It's Burning.
Uh-huh.
He's a famous Australian actor, and there was a lot of movies in South Australia they used because it's cheap.
Yeah.
Cheap location, cheap locations, everything cheap. And that's why they do some really good movies in South Australia. So I've had my apprenticeship by watching and learning. So I will be able to make some really good movies, and I've been a bit of an actor in my time. Now, go to streams regularly. Must go to streams regularly. Check out who they are. Green Bay Wacky, Cab 7, Hoosa Studios, Canadian Drone Hub, Passion Hunting and Fishing, Jag Fishing, Grant McIntosh. These are streams that you must go to. On my first, my biggest goal I got on one night on passion fishing and hunting, I got about 93 subscribers in the space of a couple of hours.
Oh, holy cow. Those are good numbers.
I got 85 on another count. I got 50 odd. I got all sorts of different counts. And he will educate you how you keep your subscribers. And once you get educated, so it's not sub to sub, it's educating you.
Right.
So people will continue sharing content. And I've done videos on that.
Well, do me a favor, Manic. If you can, email me the list of those live streams, because I think my viewers might want to join those as well. And you can find the email address right there at the bottom of the screen. You see it right there, videocallin@gmail.com. And I'll list them in the description box after we're done. And I think people really get a lot of value out of that. I know I will, because I already go to a lot of those.
Yep. Number 10 is the last one.
Uh-huh.
Nearly finished now. Number 10 is to get to know the stream. So you get educated on what they expect, so you don't get kicked out.
Yeah.
So you don't have a bad experience.
Yep.
Like when you mentioned the S words. Don't use "I got you" or whatever. You can use things like, "This is how I was imaginative." So see, that's because I was a salesperson. When I was in the fishing stream, because I'm a hunter and fisherman myself.
Same here.
I live,
yep, same here.
I would say I have a very huge pond and I know how to fish. And people got the message. And one lady said, "How big is your pond, Manic Magic?" And I said, "As big as my heart."
Well
and
put.
If they know my videos and see my videos, they know how big my heart is.
That is well put. Hey,
And
just a second. Snowy, what did you use as keywords to find his redneck site? I'd like to pull it up if we could. Just type that out in the chat if you would, hun. I appreciate it. Go ahead, Manic.
yeah, because I've got a few issues with the link there. I
Uh-huh.
had issues on passion hunting and fishing today, trying to find the link because I've just used an old another account that I had,
Oh, okay.
and which wasn't being used because I was only going to use it for Hangouts,
Uh-huh.
and it had just a bunch of videos on there,
Mm.
and so it wasn't like I started fresh. That wasn't what I was explaining. It was the numbers I was getting was
Oh,
over 3 or 4 days.
oh, okay, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah, right. There's a couple more that I've just got, but they're not the pointers. Um, that's right. Educate your subscribers, which is your audience,
Mm-hmm.
and you can actually educate the host too.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you an example. When I first started, the Canadian Drone Hub, they were only committing subscribers or following people from the drone community. And I said, I'm sorry, Roger, his name's Roger, the host,
Mm-hmm.
get to know him. I said, but you need to broaden your horizons if you want to really to get your channel to grow.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
reason is, the other reason is, how do you know that subscriber you're going to reach out to is going to like your content? You won't know that unless you reach out to them first.
Right.
Reach
Right.
out to them first, watch 2.5 minutes, because that 2.5 minutes will tell you, I did this video on how to burn pies. And what it was is a pie with the good content, but it was burnt on the edges.
Mm.
Sometimes when you've got really bad editing, as you're growing, you've got to cut away the crusts, the burnt edges.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you burn those burnt edges away, the content of the pie is good and it's delicious. It's really good ingredients.
You just described my guest cuts. the
Exactly.
the burnt crust
Chicken,
of me rambling on stays on the kitchen floor.
exactly. And I've cut nothing. And don't delete any of your videos. Show
No.
it
Nope.
what it's worth.
Yep. Yep.
Never delete your videos because if you delete your videos or you hide your subscriber list, you have to keep yourself as an open book. Be transparent.
Yep.
Because people will not trust you. They think that you've got something to hide.
Absolutely.
So many
Absolutely.
subscribers are out there, and I won't mention any names of buying subscribers, and they're being caught by the purge.
Mm-hmm.
And would not show their subscriber list.
Yeah. Yeah.
That comes through the other little tricks of the trade. Why I go to people that actually have their subscriber list transparent.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a little trick of the trade I'll show in another video. We won't touch on it there, but it's actually will grow your numbers tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, just a little trick, and it's only just a grab, not clickbait, guys. And while you're doing all this, you've got to sort out your teething problems, which I've already discussed a fair bit about.
Uh-huh.
But while you're doing this is what's called building your brand.
Mm-hmm.
Building your brand is very important. You're actually keeping them in suspense.
Yeah.
They're wanting more. The reason why the videos that I do and the streams that I do is to form a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So they can form the brand. So they get to know you.
Right.
And when they get to know you, they get to trust you. And then they'll pull other people into your stream because they can trust you.
Yep.
Nothing like dishonest host.
How true. How very, very true.
And I'll do a video on how to get the subscribers in detail.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
Right. And just to, like I've touched on, don't use words like sub to sub,
right,
follow you, all those sort of things. You've got to, what the trick is, briefly, is don't even do that.
Ooh.
If they and some will accept emojis, some not bots won't accept emojis.
Right.
And like I learnt on your channel, it didn't like capital. And what the joke was, the people that were in the chat would have got the joke. guys probably missed something in that. The
Probably.
joke was, the reason why I use caps is because I have a small pee-pee. So you get the joke now?
Oh yeah, overcompensation, man. It's okay. It's okay.
So I'm a very humorous chap. I've been a comedian. I've done lots of, as those who learn, on the video that I had with the interview with Bow's Life,
Mm-hmm.
check that video out. You'll know that I've had a very complicated life.
Uh-huh.
And only part one. It's that good. She's going to do part two next month. Just
Cool.
see where I'm at and extend the conversation.
Awesome.
And at the start of the video, we had technical issues, like you do.
Uh-huh.
So we had a bit of time. And the last bit is create a good banner.
Mm-hmm.
Upgrade your tube buddy. It's very, very important.
Yep.
And I've got other little tricks that I'll put in my videos too. And that's extension to tube buddy.
Well, I certainly look forward to watching those. I certainly look forward to it.
Other little hints and links. Get on top of your links, like your media, multimedia, of like your Facebook and your Twitter and your Instagram. Have them linked, because I was in a chat one day because I was trying to pursue other artists, especially other artists that have big followings.
Uh-huh.
And there is artists out there with big followings. Because this channel is actually an art channel.
Oh yeah.
Manic Magic. And I want to have a platform that's going to be at least over 100K subscribers within a couple of years. That. Because all the art part I haven't done yet. It's going to happen. Because now I've set my studio up. Within the next 2 weeks, my studio will be complete. I'll have 2 cameras. I'll have one on myself. And they're all at 1080p. Because you have to have good quality.
Oh yeah.
And good content. If you've got good content and good appearance, because of the camera resolution, and I've got OBS nearly sussed out. As you can see, I've got a green screen behind me.
I do.
Going to be set up for OBS. We're going to do it like a movie thing. So our redneck channel will have a bunch of rednecks behind us. They will be cheering and carrying on, and maybe throw a hand grenade or two, and have a drum fire. They might be a bit of chanting and carrying on. It might be their religion, but it won't be the reason. We don't want any sexual content.
Nope.
We don't want any alcohol content. Nope. Any alcohol will be done within a mason jar. So if there's any children viewers out there, they won't know what you're drinking.
Yeah.
And we don't have a problem, because we're inviting people like Cat7, Green Wacky, Andrew from Pizza Studios, and they've got like 60K subscribers, so they're going to pull in a lot of people.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a lot of fun. And I know these people personally, and so and Mick Dad is how I base my video structure. What I want to do on a lot of my videos, on my tech reviews, will be based similar to his, but in a redneck fashion. So it's going to have a bit of cheekiness to it, like his is. Check out Mick Dad. I call him Mick Dadsy. Right?
Mick Dadsy.
Yeah, because it's redneck, right? And he loves that. I contact him every day, at least on every video he does, and sometimes 3 comments on every video.
Yeah.
And I actually say, for example, the review he did on the Osmo Pocket. I actually recommended that on his live stream to purchase one of them.
Oh, cool.
First around.
Yeah, well, you just brought up 2 very good points. One is, and I don't think you mentioned this before, is you got to keep up on those those comments too, right? If somebody asks you a question in the comments, make sure you're attentive to those, because
I'll give him advice.
Yeah, that builds trust as well.
It builds trust, and one-on-one, we're conversing with one another.
Exactly.
And now Mick, Dad, and I have got a good relationship.
Yeah, well, even in my short time on in this show, I've met some really good people and developed relationships. I'm very pleased with that. I don't work at it as hard as you do because, well, I got to put food on the table. But
I'm Manic, that's why.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
The last one, if I put this up to.
Let me. Let me bring it full screen. Hey, give me just a second here. There we go.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, we can. It says keep people wanting more, and I don't read I can't read the bottom of it.
Oh, that's just your link
Oh, okay.
that I had to put in
Oh,
there.
yeah,
See
yeah,
that?
yeah. Well, that's
Right,
a
that's
weird one.
so I could get up on the Hangouts here or whatever it is. Keeping people wanting for more.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when all of a sudden you have a break can be actually rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of a sudden we haven't seen you, and then they want to come back for more.
Yeah.
We haven't seen you for a while. Because most of my comments is, I love your show. Thank God I found you. I get quite emotional about this because it's rewarding to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
We want more. Thank God I found you. Those sort of comments. We love your videos. And I'm thinking, why are they loving my videos? They're so smash happy in the fact that bad editing, bad sound, all the rest of it. They've got so many technical, but they're still wanting to hear what I've got to say.
Yeah.
So you've got to keep your audience interested. If you don't keep your audience interested, and then you'll get other subscribers jealous because you've got a high subscriber count.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes if you look into their stream, you'll understand why you have a very low subscriber count.
Yep. Absolutely.
And it's nothing against you. Maybe you just need some help. If you come to Manic Magic, I will endeavour to try to get to you. I've already got 3 staff on the go. I've got my nephew's coming to film me wherever I go because he's coming to live with me.
Uh-huh.
And so we will be able to get some accidental content wherever we go. We'll be doing some redneck videos.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Farmer JT, which will be doing all his stuff. So he's working with me as the creator. I'll put my hands down because it's very important to have a good appearance on here. And this is what I have to. You've got to educate yourself as well.
Oh,
when
yeah.
I first come on here, I thought I was too ugly for radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was worried about my appearance. But in fact, it's actually fallen into place. I've got a few teeth missing. Well, it's going to help my channel, isn't it? Because
you never know.
I'm going to dress up as my redneck appearance now, and I'll be made. So it's actually happened. All these events has happened because I'll go into it in some of our videos.
Okay.
But it seems like my motto is some of your biggest tragedies often become your biggest successes.
Mm-hmm.
I failed. I've actually climbed back on that horse and I've got back on. And that's why I said, today I was never going to give up. I got on here. I've said what I wanted to say. I've had to talk fast to get my point across. At least I had some footnotes.
You had footnotes, and most that's a big unusual thing. Most people are not going to show up with footnotes.
I'm going to shut up now because I want to keep the audience hanging.
Well, Manic, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming on. Those are some really, really good points, and I know that I'll be watching this one back to. Go ahead. What?
There's more and more and more.
Oh yeah. It's never ending. I mean, it really depends on your drive, right? And what your goals are when you open up a YouTube channel and open yourself up to the public. And apparently you've been killing it, dude. So I'm not only going to watch your videos, but I want to get those links in the description so people can use some of that information as well. Yeah, do me a favor before you leave, because I couldn't find the Redneck channel yet. It must be too new. Type it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll explain that. The reason why it's too new, you can get it if you scroll down.
Oh, okay.
Right? You've got to go all the way down. When I first started my Manic Magic channel, it was very low in the algorithm. And my sister, say, for example, when I first started, because that's another point, always get your family. Your biggest subscribers are your family first.
Yeah.
All your family members, get all your locals, go to your poker people,
your
Facebook, everyone, and say, I'm starting a new channel. And it could be months in advance.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start, where's your channel? And then they start hounding you. When is your channel going to open? And then they actually want to see you.
Yeah,
Know, and the people that love you and know what you're about and know what to expect, or they will be still surprised too.
That's good advice too.
And the reason is, and then once my algorithm grows, I noticed there was other people trying to take my name.
Mm-hmm.
They only had like 2 subscribers, and they couldn't compete with me, so they just cancelled their channel. So now, when you type in Manic Magic, it comes straight up, and it's recommended on YouTube.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, what are you using? What are you using as a search term? I've got redneck. What else should I use?
Um, the redneck.
Just the redneck?
No, put it in capitals, but you just got to scroll down until you get the cheeky little boy that's got the stogie in his hand. He's got a camera around his neck, and he's got a stogie in his hand. I didn't want the one that's got a stogie or a cigar in his mouth, because they've been promoting cigarettes or tobacco smoking of minors.
Right,
but with
right.
The stogie, I felt that he was only holding it, and you can't quite tell whether it's a stogie or not. But it's the cheekiness of it's just a bit of a joke.
Mm-hmm.
If YouTube give me a warning and ask me to take it down whenever of the policies change, I will. Because they'll only give you a warning. So once they give you a warning, you've got to obey it. Keep up. The other thing is keep up with the policies, which I do, and I go to all the other communities and let them know about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you keep switched on and get onto it before it happens without scaremongering, very important, don't scare them.
Nope.
This new thing that's going on about was another thing I could have touched on, but I won't, which is about freebies and giving prizes away.
Mm-hmm.
Giveaway policies. Just let it ride. Don't get too frightened. If YouTube, because they say they're going to close your channels down if you disrespect the policies, but YouTube will just give you a warning. When you get a warning, then you'll know that you've done something wrong.
Yeah.
Right? It's like when someone audits you on tax.
Mm-hmm.
An auditor on tax is the best friend. They'll actually save you money.
Yeah, yeah.
They'll point out where you're going wrong and where you're going right. That's how you got to look at YouTube as being a tax auditor.
Yeah. Yep. How true. How true.
And they will help you out.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, they do want to help you out because they want to get their money.
Yeah.
They want the full of coin, the fistful of cash.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, again, thanks so much for coming on, man. This is great information.
That's all I'll say.
Yeah, we can continue this conversation on another show if you'd like, because it's fascinating stuff, and I definitely want to get a link to both your channels. I will have Manic Magic. I'll look for the bloke with the cigar and get that linked up as well. But make sure
he's a young lad with a white singlet.
A white singlet.
And he's got a camera around his neck.
Okay.
It's YouTube, and the stogie in his hand.
Okay, I'll look for it, and I'll link it up in the description after we're done.
As the algorithm grows, it will go up.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure. Yeah. All right, my friend. Thank you so much. It's been great information. I enjoyed the talk. What's that?
If I come on again, it'll have to be at least 4 weeks or more, because else I'll get sick of me if you haven't face to face. It's very important for you and me.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, we'll have you back on. And we'll cover all these subjects. I can't wait to go through your videos and look for your other one, man.
We can even break down the subjects in a little couple of points.
Oh, sure, absolutely, absolutely.
And it's not so much information for people to actually take in.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
A long list of stuff wasn't in a short time.
It's like drinking from a fire hose, for sure.
Yes. All right. How do we get off of this?
Oh, we just say goodbye. You have a good day, my friend. And like I said, we'll talk to you soon. And if you're subscribed and ring that bell, well, you'll get notifications. And we'll set up a time to go back on. Sound good?
I've got you on both channels and subscribed, and
awesome.
Now I've sorted out this. So we've already done the research and we got through it.
Wonderful.
And now next time will be easy.
Yep. Get in more detail. All right. Have a good day, my friend.
Thank you very much.
You bet. We'll talk to you soon.
I love your show.
Well, thanks so much. I appreciate that. We'll talk to you soon. Did you enjoy this video? Well, you made it to the end, so I'm going to assume that you did. If you want to see where we take this, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell right now. That way you won't miss out on future videos and guests. Also, make sure you comment, like, and share to help build this unique community. Thanks again for watching, and remember, always treat others as you want to be treated. See you live.